I have Raven Pepper in my chair again. I was trying to do like a little quick thing where I show you where it does work. Because Shyla was like right on the side of me, like sitting down, and Raven is right here. I don't think, yeah, I can't get her without messing up my, well, now you see her. So apparently they're going to be a part of the vlogs when I come down here. But this is kind of like a regular general vlog. I need to talk about video games because there's several things that I saw that I need to discuss, and I need to discuss the Resident Evil 4 remake, but I don't even know. So let me just, oh God, I'm getting all these email pop-ups. You got some email you need to answer. I know. So this is just kind of like a general vlog, and I know it's been a minute, and it's like, where the fuck is Achan been? So yeah, I was in Spain. Like, we left the Friday morning before Memorial Day. We left the Friday before Memorial Day. So we were in Barcelona for 3 days, Alicante for 3 days, and Madrid for 3 days. And not Friday, that's tomorrow. Saturday, I'm having to return to Philadelphia to get the pre-stuff for the surgery for the fibroid issue that my aging womb has. So have to deal with that, but I'll touch more on that another day, probably after I get to Philadelphia. But yeah, where I was in Spain, and I liked Spain. There's been some talk about possibly moving to Spain, but my husband really likes Spain. I really like Spain. But right now it's up in the air. It looks like meine Zeit in Deutschland, maybe, I'm sure the grammar was all fucked up, but my time in Germany might be coming to a close sooner rather than later, because it looks like my husband doesn't have work here. And we're still waiting to hear, but it's just every time his contracts are up around here, it's always a damn fiasco. So we're still waiting to hear one way or another if we have to go back to the United States or if we'll be moving somewhere else in Europe. I don't fucking know right now. It's confusing and it's stress inducing, and I'm already having to deal with other BS like surgery. So I only took me time in speed because that was pretty interesting. So we went to Barcelona, and Barcelona is like a tourist hotspot. I thought it was cute. I liked Barcelona. It had a real relaxed, like real mad chill vibe. Everybody was like real chill about stuff. Where did we go? We went to some cathedral because we like visiting cathedrals and stuff. I got me a real pair of Spanish espadrilles, so that was pretty poppin'. And I always wanted, I love espadrilles. And they don't look like the regular espadrilles. They're all black. Even like the bottom part, like it looks like rope, or like the canvas part is all black. It's an all black shoe. They are super cute. They make me very tall. They make me very tall. And I'm like, I'm way off the ground here. But they're mad cute, and I thought about taking them to Philly with me, and I'm like, no, those are shoes you walk around in, and I'm be doing a lot of walking in Philly, and nah, I can't be in them because they're really tall. They're mostly shoes so you can sit there and look cute, and your legs look all long, but my little short ass stumpy legs, it's not happening. So I will leave my adorable espadrilles here. But I got a pair of espadrilles when we were in Barcelona. My husband got a pair of really nice shoes. What else did we do in Barcelona? Barcelona's kind of a blur. So, but I do. We went on like a boat ride to this island. Oh no, we didn't. We didn't do that in Barcelona. We did that in Alicante. Okay, it's all blurring together now. So, okay, since I don't really remember, the only thing I remember that we did in Barcelona is we went to the Museum of Erotica. And y'all know me, I cannot turn down smut and trash. So when I saw the Erotic Museum, I'm like, oh shit, I just need to go to the Erotic Museum. 10 euros, very well spent. And not that I'm telling you this, Please be over. You ain't no children watching my shit. So let's just say if you go spend the €10 at the Erotica Museum, you get a 10% off at their sex store, at their sex shop. I don't know where that was, but it was closed because we went there mad late. We went there like 10 o'clock at night. And I was just like, oh, okay, we gonna do that. So yeah. But I think they close at midnight. That's when you should really be open. Like the saying goes, there's nothing open after midnight but legs. So, but if you want a smutty good time and kind of learn some stuff, because I learned some things, and I have pictures, but I can't really show those on YouTube. And I definitely won't be putting them on when I'm finally back on Instagram. I won't be sharing them on there because I'm sure Instagram will have an issue. And even if Instagram doesn't have an issue, I have family on there. They're going to be like, what is wrong with you? So just know that I John went to the Erotic Museum and it was 20 euros, 10 euros a person. But there was 20 euros very well spent, and I enjoyed the Erotic Museum. I don't remember what else we did, but don't I remember the smut aspect? Yes, I do. I remember getting a mojito from like this side alley. It was literally on the side of the alley, but that was the alley we had kind of had to walk to get back to our hotel. I remember our hotel was nice. It was called 60s. It was really nice, but the hotel. Oh, we went to the cathedral that was Antonio Gold, something like that. We went to his house, which his house was beautiful, but it was weird in there. It like the energy in there was real mad weird. So it was real nice, but it was real weird. But he did that big ass chapel in Barcelona. That's like this real famous chapel, and like I remember. I'm more like, it was more of a modern chapel and not like an old timey, like ancient Gothic with all the cool Gothic stuff. It wasn't like that. It was more modern because it was built in the beginning of the 20th century. And I liked it, but I didn't love it, so. But something about the dude that was the architect, he died, like he got hit by a tram. And I'm like, well, damn, that's fucked up. So, like, I don't know. It was messed up. Bye, Shyla. I'll see you later. But, yeah, Shyla just left. She's like, oh, mommy not doing nothing. She just in here talking. Yes, I am. But, yeah, that's what we did in Barcelona. Then we took the train, the 4.5-hour train ride from Barcelona to Alicante. Alicante is not really known by American tourists. Like the most tourists that were there that were like, they were British tourists. A lot of British tourists and a lot of French tourists. I didn't like really hear like German tourists or anybody, and like Russians or like, I won't say Russians, but they sounded Russian. Like, I mean, I know there's other like Slavic languages, but they were speaking some kind of language that had to do with the Cyrillic alphabet. So they were there, but primarily it was French tourists and British tourists. And I liked Alicante. They had a real chill vibe. There was a costume store, which I kind of have issue with it, but okay, here's the scenario. My husband, because he went to Alicante for his birthday while I was stuck in Philadelphia doing dumb shit. So, and he was walking the last day he was there, and he saw a place that did like Rococo, like not Rococo, but kind of like that 1870s through like 1770s dress look to like when Mozart died. It wasn't like the empire waist dresses from the early 1800s. It was more like, I would say the 1770s to like right before the empire waist dresses came a thing. So they had all these dresses in the dress store in the window, and I was like, I want one. I need one in my life, and how can I get one? But in Spain, they closed down for like the hottest part of the day, which I don't blame them. It was on fucking fire in Alicante. It was on fire in Barcelona, but it was a little less like burning down hot. It was burning down hot in Alicante. And it was just like, oh, why is my life like this? So even though it's like right by the sea, it was on fire, and it was just like, oh no. So they closed a lot of stuff down. I think there's like a handful of places open, but most places they shut the fuck down from the hours of like 2 to like 5 or 6. Actually, if you want dinner, you better grab a snack because shit is usually closed between 2 and 8. Most places open. Some places open at like 6, but the majority of places were opening at like 8. So you better get some snacks in your life, because if you hungry, you gonna be sad. So I mean, like I said, some places were open, most places were not. So especially if you wanted a nice dinner, it wouldn't happen until after 8. So, but that dress store they shut down, and they opened, and I was like, we gotta go over there. We gotta go over there. My husband takes me over there. There's a line out the door. And I'm like, well, I need to talk to them, at least set up an appointment. And I walk in, and this bitch gives me a side eye look. I'm like, heifer, you don't fucking know me. So I didn't say anything, but I'm thinking that because she gave me a real, I ain't seen a sideways ass look like that since I like left the United States. So she fucking heifer gave me this side eye fucking look, and it's like, bitch, I don't think you understand that I'm not one of these like meek ass motherfuckers around here. I might curse you out in English, but you will get cursed out. So you don't look at people you don't know fucking sideways. And I understand your daughter was at her appointment, but bitch, this is business. I'm here on fucking business. I don't give a shit about you or your daughter. So not to be that one, but seriously, you don't give me a side eye look. I gave her just a like. I gave her one of those, and it was like, oh, please. So basically, I had to come back the next day. So I came back the next day, and basically the guy was like, well, these dresses start at $3,000. And I was like, I can't justify a $3,000, basically me running around in cosplay outfit. And I was like, these are like regular dresses. If I'm going to spend $3,000 human dollars on a dress, actually it was 3,000 euros, but if I'm going to spend 3,000 any amount of money on a fucking dress, I will post a link in it, but there's a specific dress on Etsy that's $3,000 that I would rather have, that's more of a party formal dress, and I would rather have that than spend $3,000 or 3,000 euros or whatever the fuck on like basically a servant, like a really, really beautiful servant's dress. Like, I'm no servant. I'm no peasant. Fuck that. So yeah, it was like a big hullabaloo. And the guy that I talked to, he was nice-ish, but he kind of had an attitude. And my husband was like, well, he probably had a little bit of an attitude because he is tourists rolling in there all day, every day, asking dumbass questions. And it's like, well, if you don't want tourists coming in asking dumb fucking questions, why don't you have a website or like a QR code or something that somebody can point to, that when they walk past your dress shop, they can take a picture of the QR code and you lay the shit out what the fuck it is, so dumbasses like me don't come in and bother you while you're working. So I don't know. It was nice, but I'm like, okay, you kind of have an attitude, and I kind of get it that you're sick of tourists coming in here, but you setting your shit up where tourists can come in, so I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. There's also like another side to that they were supposed to be open at a certain time and they weren't open. This was before they closed for siesta. We're trying to call. There's no phone number for this place, and this bitch comes out of the store, doesn't say anything. No, we're standing there. We had knocked on the door and everything, and she gonna slip out like, fuck you. And this is like, I'd rather give my money to people who are actually going to respect my business. So, Ruben Hernandez is the name of that place, and there's a bridal store, and I'm not talking about the bridal store. I am talking about the costume shop. So, I don't know. I'd rather spend my money on that one place on Etsy that I'm gonna leave a link for. So yeah. So after when we were in Alicante, we went to it was a museum on the top of a hill, and I can't remember it. I think it was the archaeological museum. That was nice. That's where we went in Barcelona. We went to the maritime museum, the boat museum, basically. That was really cool too. But yeah, we went to the archaeological museum. They had like a exhibit for Roman stuff and like stuff like the Colosseums, and that got violent quick. And I'm like, this is a little too violent for me. But it was nice. It was a lot in there, and I was like, oh, never mind. And we went. That was when we took the boat to the island when we were in Alicante. That was really nice. I picked up a really cute dress there while I was there too. And then we went to Madrid. Madrid is kind of like New York, and it's like a lot of people. It's a lot of hustle and bustle. We saw some lady the day before we left. We're going because they have tours through the Opera House. 10 out of 10. If you can take that tour through the Opera House. Oh my God, I was so fucking happy. It was ridiculous. But as we're going to the Opera House to go take our tour, this lady was asleep on like this thing. It wasn't a bench, but it was like a rock wall, but it was a low wall that was thick enough that you could lay down on. And that's a party town. People be partying. When we left, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was still people out at the club at 5 in the morning. I'm like, I am too old for that. But we saw this lady, and she was asleep on this low ass wall, and like she's wearing a dress, and you could see up her dress. And my husband was like, oh my God, this lady is like passed out. And we're walking and we're getting closer, and I'm like, you could see clear up this poor woman's dress. And I'm thinking, okay, her underwear look real weird, but she's okay. She gonna be okay. I get up because I'm closer to her than my husband is, and I look, and she didn't have any underwear on. And I'm like, I hope this woman will be okay. I hope nobody took advantage of her vulnerable fucking state and took pictures of her unsolicited of her lady bits, because she's out here passed out on the wall and she doesn't have anything covering her undercarriage. And oh my God, somebody's gonna take advantage of this woman. And I hope she hasn't been taken advantage of already. And I'm like, I can't even wake her up because I don't know what language she speaks. And I don't want to startle her because I'm like some random chick. And I can't part with my, because I had a blue sweater on. I was wearing a white dress with a blue sweater. I'm like, I can't part with my blue sweater to like put it over her so she doesn't, like, people aren't taking pictures of her in her vulnerable state. It was a mess. And I was like, oh my fucking God, I hope this lady is going to be okay. And normally that's like an area right where the like little, it was like where the train meets the opera station. Where the subway station meets the opera station, and it's usually cops and everybody all around, but it was still pretty early and there weren't cops around. So I hope that lady is okay, because that was fucked up. And I was just like, that's not good. So, but if you take the tour through the Opera House, that is also a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend, because they take you all through the bows. I wish they'd taken you to the costume part, and I had asked them, and they were like, no, we don't go there. And they were getting ready for an opera anyway, and it looked like they made that opera in modern times, and they were in modern clothes. But I told them, like, part of the reason I do opera is because I love the damn costumes, because oh my God, I love a good costume. So, but they do take you all through like the bows. And because we had a really small group and we were like real chill, they took us to a lot of really cool places. It was cool. I enjoyed it. We also did the tour of the castle thing, the like the royal palace. That was cool. Some of those rooms are still in use in there. You can't take pictures through the whole thing, which was kind of like boo, but I guess. So, but it was gorgeous. I wish I could have taken more pictures, because it was like, well, damn. And we took an extra tour, which was all in Spanish, where we got to see the kitchen. So, and if you have your translator app on your phone, while they're giving the tour, you can just put your translator app on. It'll translate what they're saying. Like, that was cool. So, and you can take pictures all through the kitchen. So it wasn't like a place where they were like, no, you can't take pictures here. So you could take pictures all through the kitchen. It's just, parts of the palace which should have pictures, they don't let you take pictures. I'm like, boo, you suck, boo. The cathedral across the way from the palace, because I guess the king was like, fuck that. And like, Even though there's a chapel in the palace where like you could have church services and whatever. There, the chapel, the main cathedral is like literally across from the palace, and you can't take pictures in parts of there either because they had these amazing halo crowns, and I was like, damn, the Lolita community would be going nuts for these halo crowns. I was going nuts for the halo crowns, but I couldn't take pictures of them. I'm like, man, boo, you fucking me up, y'all. So, and yes, I did think swear words in a cathedral, and I know it was wrong, but I'm saying let a sister take a picture of a halo crown to share with her fellow frillies, because it was amazing. There was this one, it was so big and like over the top, and it had the crown at the center and all the fun, like halo-y starburst stuff. All it was gorgeous. I was like, damn, I should have snuck and taken a picture, but I was respectful of their wishes and didn't. So, but yeah, Madrid is like New York. It's a lot of hustle and bustle. It's a lot of people around. It's like a lot of noise. And like, I didn't mind Madrid. I loved Alicante and I liked Barcelona. But Madrid was a lot, especially when you're not used to that kind of like hustle and bustle. It was just like, ooh, I'm not used to this. I mean, I had a fucking panic attack when we got there because we took the subway to our hotel for the last leg, and oh my god, the subway was it was Japan crowded, and I'm really not used to that, and I was just mentally, I was not ready for it, and I was starting to freak out. Then somebody stepped in between me and my husband, and I couldn't see my husband, and my brain was like, you don't, like, even though my husband was literally in front of me, another guy was in between us, and it sent me into a state of like, oh my god, I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's too many people in here. Like, I am very people claustrophobic. I can be in a tight, enclosed space for years and not complain. You stick me in an open field with an ass load of people, I'm like, I don't like this. Fuck this, no. So, yeah, being in a train with an ass load of people was just the worst experience I had in a while, and I didn't like it. So, but yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks. And like, I like Spain. Like, if we move to Spain, like, I'd be all right with that. But I know we're supposed to move to Virginia, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. But yeah, I like Spain. If we move there, that would be like, what's up? So I have some thoughts about leaving the United States, but this is already like almost 23 minutes long. So, and y'all know I don't edit. So I'm even closing in right here, and I will probably be doing a vlog, not when I get to my parents' house, because I have 2 doctor's appointments in Center City. Well, one's in South Philly, boo, and the other's in Center City. So I have opted to spend a couple days by myself at the Sonder in Center City. So one of the Sonders in Center City. So I'll be doing that from Monday to Friday. So I'll probably be doing a bunch of vlogs then, because I can swear and be loud and be myself and no one cares. So, and I like that. I like that a lot. So, and that is all I have for right now. And hopefully I have a safe journey. I don't even know. All this travel is making me crazy. I just want to, like, I'm a house cat. I am literally, if I could be anything, I would be a house cat with a rich owner and just wear a little diamond collar and sit on a stupid fucking satin pillow and sleep all day. So somebody asked me, was like, who are you envious of? And I was like, house cats with wealthy owners, because they sit on stupid satin pillows and have diamond collars and they don't do anything all day. That is what I want my life to be. A cat with a diamond collar laying on a stupid satin pillow. But it's not. I'm a human, so I gotta deal with humanity shit. Boo! So that is all I have, and I will see y'all at some point, alright? Later!